Alright, guys, today we are talking about some basic ass shit. MXMs and OTE. This is like my bread and butter. This is basically everything you're ever going to need in your entire life. They're actually like the greatest things I've ever been a part of. They've made a lot of people a lot of money, and I'm going to teach you. So, MXMs to start off are just up, up, and down trends. And at the top, obviously, you got to have the peak to reverse. So this would be this would be this would be your buy model, and then this would be your sell model because we're selling, we're buying. Really, really easy stuff, right? So you can tell we're in an uptrend here, we're in a downtrend here. We're making lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, making higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. And until this breaks that lower low, right? There'd technically be a low right here. Then you can understand that we're going the other way. And there'd usually be some like PD array up here or just something in general that we would react off of to cause a sell model or to cause a buy model. Like for example, like something could be down here too, which would cause another buy model, bam, like that, and then we go into the buy model, right? So it's super easy, right? These things are super easy, and I can even show them to you. I really like the 15-minute to see these. The 5-minute is also really good too, but we'll get into that in just 1 second. But going on to the 15-minute chart here, this is a line from earlier. Okay, for example, right? So we start up. Where's my? We start up here, right? We're making lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high. It's not going to be perfect every time, but you can tell that we are still trending down and we're respecting the PD arrays, the bearish PD arrays, right? So we're respecting that gap right there, and we move down, right? You can very easily tell that we're in a downtrend here. So, right, and then we get down to here. There's some level we're reacting off of, and now we start pushing up, and now we start respecting the imbalances, right? We're not disrespecting. We're respecting every imbalance, right? So we have fair value gap, we respect it, right? Got another one down here, we respect it. we respect oops. We respect this, right? And we keep respecting until we start disrespecting and moving the other way because we hit the level or because we hit the target for what this model needed to go search for, right? So an easy way to find out where the model is going to be complete is kind of looking at the bottom here, right? So we started an uptrend or a buy model right down here, right? You can tell we're in an uptrend, we're moving, we're respecting the gaps and everything like that. We hit up here, the target was probably, you know, these these highs right here reacted off of some imbalance, some structure over here. We start moving down after that. Where can we look to see, oh, I don't know where the market's going? Bam, right there. Or shoot, even down here, there's a lower low too that you could target, right? But safer low would probably be this low, and that's what I always target. So, for example, if you were to get in down here, my target, although it didn't get hit, would be that high. But like I said, it's not perfect, so I mean, but it's damn near right there, right? But you can use those like liquidity pools and highs and lows to identify where the market is kind of going, right? So I don't want to remove all the drawings. So like going back to our little drawing here, we can expect this getting in here to go up here, right? Getting in here, we can expect to go down there, right? Very, very, very easy. It's just up and down trends, but so many people just completely disregard it, right? So you're gonna be like, Vanta, how do I know it's going the other way? Well, number one, we have to have that liquidity that you were looking at and you were targeting, right? So we take that and then we start getting displacement the other way, right? So we get like a market structure shift, or a lot of people like changing character, right? This is proving to me that, especially on the 15 or 1 hour or something like that, this is proving to me that we are probably going to go the other way, right? So like we are closing below this low with a lot of volume, which is a really good sign that we're probably going the other way. And if you're not sure entirely, we should start to respect these bearish imbalances here. So we're respecting this fair value gap right here. Boom, perfect trade. I remember I took this trade, and it was just because I knew that we were going to go the other way because of how we were respecting the gap, right? But now you can tell that we're in a bearish settlement, right? So you'd be like, well, Sean, like it's coming up here, and now it's starting to respect buy models. Higher time frame, we're still respecting bearish fair value, or still respecting bearish order structure, right? And we're moving down. Now, going to the 5 minute, like I said earlier, you can pretty much just catch it all because you realize, boom, like what I was talking about earlier. Okay, we're respecting this now. We're in a bearish settlement, right? Oh, I know it wants to probably take this low. Boom, takes this low. Shit ton of displacement up to the top, right? I'm looking for longs now, right? And until vice versa happens again, where we get this displacement down, I'm not bearish. I'm bullish, right? But since we're getting this displacement down, I'm looking for sells every time. And where am I going to target? That. And where am I going to target? This low. This low because that's what finishes the sell model. Now, higher time frame, like on the 15 minute, it's very easy to see that we were still in a downtrend. And where would you target? Probably this low, but it's going to take a couple days. So I would just target, some other low like that, or even this one, But this is like a 500-point trade. Just I haven't even taught you OTE yet. This is literally just trends, right? Trends and imbalances. All you have to do is identify what trend we're in. And like I said, it's not going to be perfect. We kind of rip above this, but then we start to respect this. It's not going to be perfect every time. But if you can realize that we are in still a downtrend because we are respecting these, I mean, you're just golden every time, right? And like I said, on the 5 minute too, if you like sit on the 5 minute, boom, you could have caught this uptrend up to this imbalance or these highs up here, right? It's very, very easy. But people just overlook it, right? So going into entries now, you're going to be like, well, how the hell do I enter? Great that I know it's going the other way. This is something I like to call OTE, which is like it's optimal trade entry, which is basically it's like a statistical way of the market. I don't really know. I know it just works. Okay. So for example, our example, where was it? Our example over here. I took this trade on. Right. We took these highs over here. Shoot, we even took these highs, right? We take these highs. We're moving down a lot. Like we have a lot of displacement here. You can tell that we are moving the opposite way. Boom. So I'm like, all right, sweet. I think I'm going to take an entry over here. To draw the OTE tool. And genuinely, I like to line it up with like a fair value gap, or the market really likes order blocks for some reason too. But then it taps into my level. I enter, and then what do I target? Those lows. Boom. I got holy edge, bro. Boom, right there. And then this allows for very high risk to reward because you're being specific with your entries. So let's go down to the 5 minute. And like I said earlier, you're like, boom. So we took those lows. Let's just say our TP got hit, and you're like, sweet. I'm on the charts again. I'm kind of looking for a second setup. I want to go buy you know, a Chrome Hearts watch, and I need more money, low key. Boom. We start moving up after this. You're like, sweet. We're getting a lot of displacement. We're closing above. We're getting a CISD, which is a change in market structure, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. Like we are proving we are bullish, right? We come down into an order block, draw our tool, boom, sitting right in the golden nest. You're like, sweet. I know I got my order block right here. I would never limit anything. I would just wait for reactions. I will save you in the long run, but 10-point stop, right? And then where are we targeting? Those highs. Boom. 20 risk to reward. This is like a $15,000 trade, right? I mean, you can just keep going, right? Okay, so we took these highs. We took these highs over here, right? Boom. We take these highs. We start moving down aggressively again, right? All right. Sean told me this. Boom. We're getting an entry at the golden zone I draw. Boom. Order block sitting right here. Shoot, probably even on the 15 minute too. There's probably something there. No, low key. Oh, if you can't find an imbalance, you can always go. I like the 3 minute and the 5 minute to find imbalances. There's boom. There's one sitting right here. You would have had your entry right along here. This is that was like 12 points of drawdown. And then where do you target? The lows, baby. The lows. Boom. Good trade every time. And then you're like, oh snap. We're kind of. Do you see how this isn't as aggressive as what this was? We're kind of just chugging along here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. We're kind of just chugging along here, and then we get up to this. We get up to OTE again, and we're just failing to just. I mean, look at the size of these candles, right? We're just failing. We're failing to go higher. We're failing to go higher. And yet again, there's a fair value gap right there. I mean, I mean, when you see this, man, like you just gotta enter, right? And these are just this is literally trends and understanding that you can make money because you know what a fucking up and down trend is, right? Literally right here. Boom. Sits in a golden nest. Here's an order block, right? Boom. Your entry, you have like 5 points of drawdown. Boom. Just target the low. That's 100 points, dude. Or you can target all the way down here, which got hit too. Like if you still don't believe me, pretty sure it's right here too. Boom. Right? 5 minute is really good for this too. I really like the 15 minute just so I don't kind of get, chopped out a lot or just get the wrong bias. 15 minutes really easy to see. Like we are clearly respecting this. We are clearly respecting this. Clearly respecting this. Right? Um, this one I would argue that you probably could have longed, but again, on a higher time frame, look, we're still really in that downtrend, and we all know the target is still this low down here. So just be wary of that sometimes. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect every time, but if you were on the 5 minute, even if you did enter, you would have probably entered here because of this order block right here, or whatever imbalance you chose. I mean, that's still 100 points, right? I mean, you would have just hit take profit anyways. I mean, you would have been wrong, but you still would have worked out. So yeah, that's basically it. It's very simple. Um, just to practice, just go on like the 15 minute and just see how the market just moves, man. Like, boom, we bottom out right here. Boom, where can I look? Where can I look for a target? Where can I look for a target down here, right? These highs, because this is where we started that trend, right? And then vice versa, where did we start? Where did we start the buy model? Down here. Oh, we started a sell model over here, right? We started a sell model up here. Boom. Catch a little OTE retracement up there. Boom. All right, I got my sell. Boom. Target the low. What get hit? What gets hit? This low, right? All right, low got hit, right? Let me get my OTE again. Boom. OTE perfectly smashed. Boom. Where am I going to target? Those highs. Did they get hit? No. But these highs did. So boom. All right, cool. Just say you took profit at those highs, right? All right, now we're starting a sell model again. So this is going to be your high. Boom. Where did we start the buy model? At the bottom. Get my OTE tool. Boom. At the top. Take an OTE trade. Boom. Target the low. Boom. OTE trade. Right down here. Where do we start our buy model? Right here. Let's remove some of these drawings. Hold on. I think this was OTE. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Another thing with OTE too, I forgot to mention, you can take it off the 50% as well. So for example, you can take it off this line. You can take it off this line as long as we're like price is like dying out. You see how price is dying out here? If it's doing that around the 50% mark and you have a gap there too, it's a good trade, right? You don't always have to be in the golden. You can also take it off this too. But usually the best trades come off the golden zone. Anyways, but okay, so we have our buy model low here. Where do we start our sell model? Up here. We didn't hit that, right? Or maybe we did. Yeah. Another little tip is sometimes you don't go for the wicks. You can always do the bodies because the bodies usually get hit because that's where the most liquidity lies and the most orders. So boom, we tap it perfectly. All right, so now we start a sell model, right? Find my OTE trade. Where am I targeting? These lows, and we're probably gonna go back down to that too. Or we respect OTE of this really big range, right? That's it. It's very, very, very easy, right? I will market maker buy model, market maker sell model, right? Look for opposite highs slash lows. OTE with imbalance target. This is like a simple checklist that you can use. It's really, really easy. I just showed you how easy it is. It literally, you can see this works all of the time. all of the time. It's stupid. It's stupid.